Today we're going to do a tablescape that's dark, moody, and dramatic. And I'm calling it a fantasy tablescape because it's really extreme and over the top. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for stopping by to another episode of Life with MaryAnn and Joe and my continuation of my Fall 2023 series. If you just stumbled on me, my name is Joe and I like to do a lot of seasonal decorating and a bunch of other stuff, but since it's fall right now, well, not yet, but it's decorating time for us YouTubers. I have begun a lot of fall inspiration stuff. I've done like 7 mantle, different designs, and I'm ending up with this one right here just to offer some inspiration. But anyway, I am moving on and I am going to be doing various tablescapes in the dining room. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a fantasy floral runner in there. It's not something that we could ever really have because we wouldn't be able to function, especially if we were having a party. But it's, you know, it's very dramatic and intriguing. And again, if you have a formal dining room and you don't use it, you can do something like this. It makes a big statement. I've seen it done in weddings and I've seen a lot of pictures. I've never really tried it before. It's my first attempt at it, so I hope you all enjoy it. And let's see how that goes. So stay tuned and watch what I do. And like always, if you do like it, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. Look for me on Facebook at Life with MaryAnn and Joe, and on Instagram at designs_by_Joe. Okay. All right, so let's get started. I cleared everything off as usual. And remember, this is fantasy, and we're making this floral runner. So I'm going to come along here and I'm going to come down into this area. Now, if your table was, facing the entrance, then of course you would come down this end. But you see where mine is? When you look into the dining room, you're over here. So if I put it down that end, it's not going to look like anything. So I'm going to go in this area. Okay, we're going for a dark, moody, kind of sophisticated look. I'm going to use these that I've had for many years from the Dollar Zone, and I'm going to use them as the base for my runner. All right, so I arranged these. I decided to add some green because I want it to be monochromatic, but not so monochromatic that it looks like one big blur. So I had 3 of these green leaves, so I stuck them in here, and you know what? I think that looks pretty just like that. I think that looks really nice. You could just put something right there and be done with it. But since we're doing an extreme fantasy one, we're going to move on. Next will be some garland, and I also need some draping right over here. Okay, so I have this throw right here, and I use that I'm going to extend this down here. And then I just draped it on the floor. All right, next I laid garland. Now, if I was going to really do this in order for it to stay, I would most likely have a board underneath that garland so that it holds the weight of this garland. What I had to do was I actually had to use this decanter right here to hold the weight. I'm going to turn it into a candle holder, but the garland is heavy, especially the way I have it cascading down here. But you can see already what kind of drama that is going to make. Like I said, this is fantasy. We could never have this here. Okay, so that's what I call the mechanics of the situation. That's the hard part, getting it set up. So now I'm going to start embellishing here. And like we said, we're going to go with a dark, moody thing. So I'm going to use a lot of burgundy here. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these are Dollar Tree pumpkins, those bright orange ones that I painted burgundy. And I'm going to stick these in. And I also did these in kind of like an apple green, and I think that might look good. And then of course I'm going to add regular greenery as well because I want to take away from that garland look. All right, so I kind of got my pumpkins in where I think I want them, and now I'm going to start adding some greenery. Okay, now I'm going to go in with these. These are just a shade darker, just to give it a little bit of contrast. Okay, so it's in desperate need of texture, and I'm going to put these in for that. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed my extreme fantasy floral runner for fall, and look for my next video, my next tablescape coming up really soon. Remember, think outside of the box. It's always way more fun that way. Okay, buddy, take care. Have a good one. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.